Ooh, that was some good stuff, wasn't it? Don't worry, I'm only interrupting because we got to pay a couple bills. I got to make sure that everybody knows when it comes to celebrations or just a little relaxation, you can't do it right unless you wind down with 2U Wines. Y'all make sure y'all hit up my girl Nakia. She's conveniently located at 4425 Mayfield Road, South Euclid, Ohio, 44121. She's also on Instagram at 2U Wines. And when the weather get bad, because somehow we finally getting winter up here in Cleveland, y'all make sure y'all hit them up on DoorDash. Tell them Beneficial Bay sent you. Bye.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Pull Up Experience. It's your boy Brandon Gates, aka Not Your Average Agent, and we have a good one for y'all tonight, man. We got my man Wallstreet Wes on tonight, man, and it's like I said, long overdue. You know what I'm saying? We like I love the fact we're on episode 106 because we get a chance to get everybody on here, and this is a good one because his name reverberates around the creative community or whatnot. Steve couldn't be here tonight, but Steve was like, "Oh, y'all have a Wall Street on or whatnot," and he was like, "You know what I'm saying? His poetry moves you. You know what I'm saying?" So I'm like, "Okay, bet." You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we get him on. So I'm glad we got you on, bro.
Thank you.
And like I like to start all our interviews because you had an origin. You know what I'm saying? I like to start from the beginning, man. Were you that kid in school like was getting all the females like, let me hit you poetry one time, let me rap to you? How did it all start, man?
My beginnings of poetry, I used to have punishment a lot. Mm-hmm. So like my mom, I don't know if I ever heard the way trying to protect me. Mm-hmm. I stayed on punishment, and that was like the only type of relationship I would have. I would like wait till my mother go to sleep at night. And I'll sneak on the phone, I'll read them a poem I wrote, and that'll be it. I'll be with girls for years off of that. Like, so that's how I really started for real, man. Just on punishment.
I know, I got you. So, okay, so let me ask you, how you been in Cleveland all your life?
All my life.
All your life? What hood you from, man?
Harvard.
Harvard? Okay, that's what's up. I'll do it. That's what's up. So, and then growing up in high school, like you said, I know talk to females. I wish I could get poetry. I would recite lyrics from songs. That was my.
Yeah, me too. I did that.
So we got high school, and then after high school, when did you embrace your creative side and say, okay, I want to make this into something that I want to do going forward?
Probably like last year. But I've been doing it for a long time, but I never really took it serious. It was just like something I did, and people always be like, man, you probably should take that serious. I'm like, I ain't no money in poetry. And they was just like, man, because I'm naturally an entrepreneur mind state. Yeah. They're like, man, well, you think you could probably get some money up out of that. So I'm like, for years, I just was like, whatever. But then, like, as of, like, last year, I really started making some good money. Like, I walk into a building and do a poem for, like, 5 minutes and make $250. You know, the other day I got booked at a high school for, like, 3 days, and they paying me $100 a poem.
See?
And I'm in the school for, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it really started turning to revenue. But I think my approach, once I started taking it serious, my approach was different.
Yeah.
Whereas most poets, their mindset be, they hope to do a poem that's so good that somebody will discover them, put them on, and pay them for the poem. Whereas I had the idea to be involved in the poetry business, whereas I'm creating opportunities and I'm looking to put poets on. Whereas if I get into,
I hit that one time because I've never heard that, bro. I've never heard someone say I got into the poetry business because I've never put the two and two together though.
For sure,
there's a business behind this.
Yeah, they call me the Puffy of poetry.
that's dope nickname, by the way.
I appreciate it.
That's
dope. And I do that. I travel the world doing poetry, man, and I don't ever talk about it. Like, people just realize they just now trying to get me, like, when you start telling people about what you're doing, I'm like, man, I'm getting the money already. I don't need nobody to, I'm doing what everybody trying to do. I'm getting to the money. But I put myself in a position to really start creating opportunities for poets. You know, like, I got a big production coming up to where, like, I'm negotiating for months to make sure every poet get paid $500 a show.
Time out. Because, like, I want to break it down because, like, so, everyone has an open mic, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, that used to be, you in college, you know what I'm saying? Hey, open mic night. You said, forget that. We getting paid.
Yeah. And that really came from a lot of them venues. They just be burning me. Like, they be burning me every time, man. Probably every venue in Cleveland done burnt me where I do a poetry night and I spend whatever money they pay me, I spend it back in their club on top of money, and they're like, man, we ain't making $1 tonight, man. And I was gonna do that for years, man. Like, when people just blazing me, I'm like, I gotta figure out something because I ain't trying to go back to jail.
Right,
so
right.
You know, so.
So let me ask you this: so when the light bulb hit, when the light bulb go off for you, I can make money off this, or instead versus you getting burnt. When did that transition happen?
After the last time I got burnt, I was just like, I gotta try something. This ain't it.
Yeah.
You know, like I try to go the traditional way. Everybody do that. Everybody in the city, like, man, we want a poetry night here. We would love for you to come do some things. But I be telling them, like, I'm not a promoter.
Yeah.
I'm just a curator. I can get the poets in the building. Mm-hmm. I can create a vibe that you're looking for. And I never did the same show twice. For every single person, I create a poetry night specifically for your venue. And they just kept on burning me, man. So I was like, I got to try a different alternative. But I was already doing things in the poetry business. I just wasn't aware that I was doing things in the poetry business. But when I became conscious of it, I could do it on purpose.
Oh, okay. That's what's dope. That's dope. So let me ask you this. So let's say I'm a new poet, all right, and I'm thinking I'm fire, right? How do I broker saying to this person, hey, you know what I'm saying, hey, I want to get paid for doing poetry here that night or whatnot? Or that's not something I can come on the street and do. I got to show myself to be true before I can even talk about negotiating prices.
Yeah, my accolades run deep. You know, like whether I want to express it or not. Man, I've done things that I don't even talk about, but I just keep it moving. I don't celebrate.
Yeah.
So my name, based on who I was and who I am now, it puts me in a lot of good positions for me to negotiate. Like I done been on America's Got Talent and all type of stuff. I don't talk about it.
I might say, let's talk about that, bro.
I just did it and kept going, and it was a bad situation because like my cokehead cousin took me, so that was an adventure within itself. Like you know what I mean, he was on coke. I'm trying to do the America's Got Talent. That's a deep story within itself. But that's really what I'm striving for, man. For poets to really get paid, because people feel like poets should be cool. Like, man, it's an opportunity. We're like, no, like I like to make some money too. Like I don't need your opportunity for real. So after going through that so many times where people feel like, well, I'm giving you opportunity. So I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna really start changing my mind to where even if I can only pay you $20 or something like that, you know what I mean? Like that's just the start of it. Yeah.
That's dope. Listen, Steve, shout out to Steve. Steve is the greatest director / photographer / videographer of all time.
I've been knowing him for years.
And there's a quote, by the way. He said, ask Wes what happens when people hear his poetry. He said, you leave people in tears, brother.
All right, I didn't know that. I'd be like, dang, they clap for everybody else, and they clap for me. That's how you walk it up. I'd be hearing crickets after my poems. I'd be like, dang, I'd be like that for years. I'd be like,
well, he said, like, you know what I'm saying, your poetry leaves people in deep thought and it draws the emotion out of them. And I think that's a dope thing. I think when people create records or create raps or create anything with their words, it should convey certain things to certain people and whatnot. So let me ask you this. With your poetry, would you say that that's the intention when you create some poetry to be able to tap into that? Or just like this is just natural that flows out of you? Yeah,
it's just like I don't never write poetry for nobody with nobody in mind. It's like God just possessed me. Like I don't like I never sit down with a pen and paper. Like all my poetry I write in my head. I just got millions of poems in my head. And I don't never sit down to write them. I might just throughout my day just be like, if I ain't talking to you, I'll be playing with something that'll be coming to me. But I really just I don't know. I just write on my own personal experiences for real. You know, like somebody hit me yesterday, like, "Yeah, we want you to do an event. We want you to do a love poem for us." I'm like, man, I ain't been in love. I ain't got no love poem, man. I'm waiting. I'm open minded, but it just ain't happened for me like that.
Right. No, I feel that. Cause like I said, I want to applaud you, bro, because I can never rap. And I can never do poetry because when it comes to rhyming, it's all like red fish, blue fish. Yeah. It's all bad, you know what I'm saying? So what advice you give to somebody who wants to aspire to be a poet? Like, what advice you give them and whatnot? Do you feel like they should have a technique? Should they have an inspiration? Like, what do you think are fundamental things someone should have if they want to create poetry?
Let's be honest with yourself. You know, like poetry, another thing that's really making what I do really escalate because around that time where I decided, like, well, that's not going to work. I'm going to come over here. But when I came over here, I also had the idea that I took poetry away from an entertainment standpoint, and I reintroduced it from a mental health standpoint. So now everything I do poetry is wrapped in mental health. So as long as you really being honest, you being vulnerable, that's what made poetry good for me. I'm not looking for poetic devices. I'm not looking how swift you are with your words. Man, I just look to see how real you keep it in with yourself. You know, and poetry is just designed to be able to express the things that most people just don't have the heart to express. You know, so that's what I look for in a poet. As long as I feel like you being genuine and you talking about something honest with some substance, man, you locked in with me automatically.
That's what's up, bro.
And I build poets too, like out of scratch. Like I did 10 years in prison, and I mentored thousands of men in poetry to where like I really got my fame in prison. And I was released from the same prison from Life Jennings. I had a beer buzz in Life Jennings when I left the prison.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, most people don't know that about me. Like, Life Jennings was here, but when I left, it was just like, because the way I was going about it, it was just different for real. Like, because I had a lot of people under my wing. Like, to this day, like, the prisons, they still back me in everything that I do, you know?
And I want to appreciate that, by the way, bro, because you give back. Like, you speak to the schools, you speak, like you said, mentor other young men. And thank you. And I feel like you felt but you creatively use poetry as a way to convey those things or whatnot. So thank you for that, man.
Sure.
And I know off camera we talked about a couple of things. We talked about your experience because shout out to Jeff Brown. Jeff Brown once again has been on the podcast.
Yeah, I love Jeff Brown.
And I know you're talking about leading up to certain things and how he helped you or you helped him in the capacity of being in the industry. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, my company that I have now is called Great Minds Think Different. Whereas Great Minds Think Different, it started out as a media company because I was going to Cleveland State and my major was film, media, and television. And at the time, I just had a camera. Like, I didn't even know what I was doing with this baby, man.
Yeah.
And I met Jeff Brown. I was executive producer for a talk show with J.R. Fogle. And Jeff Brown ended up coming in, and we just, like, connected. It was like an automatic, like, spark. Our spirits just connected. And just from that conversation, I started being his personal photographer, and I was working for free.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, just trust me, man. Like, it's going to all pay off. And he was just, like, really putting me in some rooms that I couldn't get in myself. You know, and from there, it just propelled me like crazy. But this was before I recognized that poetry was my lane.
Yeah.
So I was more into the media than anything. And it was everything he said. He really did good by me. And to this day, he still do good by me. Like, he check on me on a regular basis. If I need anything, Jeff Brown always there for me.
Oh, yeah, no, Jeff's a good man, you know what I'm saying? And I love, once again, like, he uses his platform. Like, he did. One thing I respect about men like you, L, and Jeff Brown, y'all didn't let y'all circumstances or things in the past dictate, you know what I'm saying, y'all as a person, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Despite anything that y'all been through, like, y'all not only prevail, but y'all thrive, you know what I'm saying? And I want to shout y'all out for that because, once again, y'all have done great things in the community. Y'all doing great things overall. So thank y'all for that.
Appreciate you, bro.
And by the way, I love the hoodie, man. Love the hoodie, you know what I'm saying?
Got a stain on it, but
you know
hell, don't look at the stain, bro.
But one thing we talked about on camera was the collaboration piece or whatnot, about how you said in our city, you know what I'm saying? You don't see the stigma that most of us see, or not most of us see, the stigma that a lot of people say, because you got the Atlantas, you got the New Yorks, you got the parts of California where there are hubs for, you know what I'm saying, collaboration. And when people think about Cleveland, they don't think about that when it comes to Cleveland. But you say you don't see that.
Yeah. It's just, my perception of Cleveland is a lot of people are amateurs in their work, but they want to be treated like a pro.
Time out, bro. Come on, man. Dang, that might be that episode right there.
You got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? But they want to be esteemed as somebody. Like, even right now, you would see me, but I've been doing this for 30 years. You know what I mean? I'm just now kind of a little bit sort of getting recognition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I've been doing this since I was like 15. You know, like, maybe not seriously, but consistently.
Right. But you've been working at it, though.
So that'd be the thing, man. Like, the circles that I'm in are people who just, man, we just about to work. We ain't talking about it. Like, I get in trouble with my team all the time. They be like, man, how you just do an interview like that and you ain't even told nobody, you ain't posted it? I'm like, man, I really don't care about that for real. Like, I care about the immediate connection that I make with the people, but I don't feel the need to tell everybody what I'm doing for real, because everybody can't appreciate my work the way I do for real. You know, so I don't feel the need I don't feel like everybody should be exposed to that for real. You know, so.
But I love how you said your circle, you know what I'm saying? You recognize that's your circle. Y'all all about coming together and whatnot, and not based off of this person doing better than me or so on and so forth.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
for sure. Then not like, even like, and like me, I really pay people attention in the city. Like, I'm gonna hear about you before you hear about me. You know what I mean? Like, people who really like movers and shakers, they be surprised like when I come across them and I already know who they is. I know everything you got going on because your work gonna speak before you do.
No, that's facts.
And I be in those rooms of the people who really deciding on who gonna be next. And what I learned from the rooms is like if you really put in the work, man, you ain't got to talk about it because it's gonna carry for itself. For real.
Cut on that one more time, bro.
Yeah, people care about the work.
And I think that a lot of people lose that notion of that very thing. You put the work in, it's gonna speak for itself. But what's that? My old people say you don't want to put the cart from the horse. You know what I'm saying?
My phrase is in the dictionary is the only place in the world you're gonna find the word success before work. That's the only place in the dictionary.
You drop stuff left to right.
That's real talk. People don't want to work, man, with this Instagram situation.
Yeah.
Everybody just want to wake up one day and be famous.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for certain fields, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but for the most part, like you gotta really put in the work. I worked in the music industry for some years, and I'm A&R for Cleveland artists.
We're talking about, bro. Time out. You wait, time out. So you were A&R, you was photographer, you have done a little bit of everything.
I've been everywhere just trying to find myself as a person, as a man. I work for the music industry, man, and my job was just when celebrities came to Cleveland, I had to court them. Like whatever they want to go to the club, they want food, they want whatever. They go into the studio, I gotta sit by them, and I would be sitting there all night with Dave East, the Migos, Waf, and Lucci, and they just giving me the game for free. And I come back to Cleveland trying to give everybody the game, and everybody feel like they knew better. Or I see people on the internet like, man, ain't nobody supporting. I slide in their DMs like, hey, bro, what type of support you looking for? I'm right here. I support you. They'll never respond. I'm like, they looking for something else. Right. Clearly, like, I can tell you all type of people who they be ranting like they don't get no support, but because I'm not like a popular face, I'm like, man, I could really change your life for real. Little do you know, for real. But
that's a fact, bro.
People be wanting, they be wanting the fame. They don't be really wanting the what really count. The stability that comes with it, or the equity behind it. People just want to be Instagram famous.
You say Instagram famous. I like that. I like that. So okay, let's break this down because like I love how you said it because I think a lot of especially young people. I know for myself, I didn't realize I love real estate until I was plus in my 30s, bro. And I think people get lost in the notion that, like you said, you define yourself, right? And it's gonna take you doing this, doing that until you find the not perfect thing, but the thing you're called to do or whatnot. So let's talk about that, bro, because like you said, you had a little piece of everything, and I think it's dope because I feel like you take a piece of everything you've done, you apply to everything you do going forward.
For sure, I do. And it's things that I'm genuinely interested in. Like I ain't reaching, I ain't doing none of that type of stuff, man. Like I was thinking today, man, I got a song on all platforms, like with an artist that like one of the hottest artists, man. I don't ever even like. I'm like, man, I got that. But I'm like, I really just be focusing on putting in the work that I really don't take heed to it, but I just really be true to myself. I only do things that I really find interesting. Like I don't be like, you know what, today I'm gonna just start golfing just because it look cool. Like everything that I am, I spend so much time just really, building my individuality as a man.
That's dope.
That I'm not gonna do nothing that ain't lining up with my individuality. Like you ain't about to see me, do no podcasts. It's like with a podcast is all sexual stuff or like no, I just respectfully decline. Like I just be true to myself and it worked.
No, bro, and I'm about to say you are a reflection of that, bro. And I just know, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like you live your life with no regrets. Like you go after things you want to, because once again, you don't want to be able to say like I didn't do that. No, I went after that or whatnot. Because you said A&R, you said photographer. We got the puffy of the podium.
I got way more than that I can't remember right now. Like I got all type of stuff on my belt. But with me, the reason why I don't like, I try not to have a conversation where it be like, oh, people need to get their act together, because the reality with me is I spent 10 years in prison. Yeah. So I had the thing about prison is not for everybody, but in prison you get an opportunity to gain an intellectual idea of your individuality.
Ooh.
Like I understand myself on some levels that most people just ain't never had the time to take the time out to figure themselves out on. So I understand that about myself. So that's why I be so quick to build somebody up, because I know you ain't had the luxury to sit back and learn yourself like I did. I just turned a bad thing into a good thing for real,
That's good stuff right there, bro. We had Cam on here, right? And Cam said that very same thing. He said prison allow him to be able to take the time out with himself that most, like you said, most people don't get a chance to or whatnot. And he was saying like people can, you know what I'm saying, of course jail's not the ideal place, but he said he's able to free his mind while he was there and change that negative time, quote unquote, into a time to point to himself.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's whew.
Me and Cam low key the same person. Like if it was a Scooby Doo, you pull my face off, it'd be Cam up under here.
Yeah, no. Cam, that's my bro and whatnot, man. So that's what's up though, man. But I feel like that could be anybody. That's what any situation or any all about your perspective. You know what I'm saying? If your perspective negative, you're gonna get a negative result or whatnot. But because y'all stay positive, and because y'all have good hearts, good stuff comes out of it though.
Yeah. If you can't live a positive life with a negative mind state. You know, you just can't. Like, all right.
Come on, man. You like yourself tonight, man.
I just try to be kind. I just really take my mental health serious for real, man.
Yeah.
Like I just. You know, I look at everything from the positive standpoint. Like, if somebody do something crazy, I'm like, that's mental health for it. I always try to look at the positive side of it because I'm just being kind to my own mind. Like, you know, and I find myself just upset and angry.
Kind to my own mind.
Yeah, I be dogging myself. I don't want to dog myself. I really love myself. Like, I care about myself, so I be really sensitive on what's on my mind. You know?
And so one of the things that I want to applaud you for, because not enough of us as black men, well, I'll say not enough of us, but I feel like us as a generation, bro, we are, like me and Q was just talking about in the last interview, our generation is now putting emphasis on that. I was telling my therapist, and one thing she said she deals with all different generations, right? She was saying the generation after us, they're too much in their emotions, right? The generation before us wasn't emotions enough, you know what I'm saying? We are just right there in the middle because we're just, you know what I'm saying? Like we have, like you said, we're aware now, you know what I'm saying? We realize that was trauma right there.
Yeah,
or,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because grandma did that, my mom did this, and now I do this or whatnot. So I'm going to be one to break it. Right, you know what I'm saying? And now we had not saying we had the tools, but now we know, okay, it's okay to go see a therapist. It's okay to talk to another person or whatnot. And I think that's dope, bro. And the fact you put emphasis on those things or whatnot.
Yeah, and that's what I really try to do with the poetry. I try to give people, like anytime I do an open mic, it's really an open therapy session. Every single time. Like, I don't tell people that, but it's really an open therapy session. Like, instead of you being one-on-one with a therapist, what I do is I put you in a room with your peers. And now you getting honest feedback, and we just really sharing our experiences. And, you know, experience, that's some type of teacher, too, like they say. Like, so
that's facts,
everybody people always talk about therapy, but a lot of times them therapists don't be right. You know, like, I went through 30 therapists literally before I found the one I had now, for real, because the second I told them I was in prison, they just tried to throw pills down my throat. I'm like, man, I just need relationship advice. I don't I don't need to be numb. I just need to know why my girl just be arguing about stupid stuff. Like,
right.
You know?
So, okay. And I love how you said that because I did the same thing. I went through 4, right? And I think for me, and I'm saying for me, it took me having to find a person that looked like myself, you know what I'm saying, the same color as me to realize some of the advice I went through in life, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, the one that didn't, that was like you said, went back to that pill situation. Like, let me subscribe this.
See, my reality is the reverse. Like, my therapist I got right now, man, this lady is like heaven sent. But when I met her, and mind you, I got a problem with this. Man, she was a white lady with locks. That just do not sit. When I see white people with locks, man, it do something to my soul.
You better keep riled up, man.
Man, like, when I walked into the office, I'm like, oh, this is not about to go good, brother. Yeah. But then when I sat down with her, man, she was the best thing that ever happened to me. This lady can really, like, you know, tap it to me in a way that can't nobody do, man. I had a black therapist one time. I was talking to her, and she was like, I was trying to figure out, like, man, why all the people I'm hiring is not working out. But I found out the real reason was because I was being cheap. So that's the real reason. But so I'm asking her, like, so I figured it out right there on my own. So she like, well, send me your business plan. I said, listen, lady, I'm paying for an hour. I don't want to talk about anything that got nothing to do with my craziness.
Right.
But this lady sent me a text or something. I'm thinking you lying that you got a business. This lady, like, she took it real personal. Like, send me that text, man. I'm still trying to figure out, is that a lawsuit or not, man? Like, I might get some paper off of that.
Yeah, hey, listen, yeah.
So, like, my experience been different. All the black therapists is the ones who've been, you know, dogging me for real, man.
I mean, no, but I feel like it goes back to, once again, interviewing, you know what I'm saying? Like, find one that works for you.
Yeah,
You know what
sure,
I'm saying?
For sure.
Because like I said, you
don't
don't
that's
have
my white side of me just connect to it. Like.
That's cool. No, and that's cool. Like you said, you started off. You might have judged a book by cover. You got a chance to sit down with her. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. She's immaculate, man. Shout out to her.
But once again, if anything, I would say the comparison to that we both found somebody that we can talk to, and I think that a therapist, that's what it comes down to. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Be able to revert back to like, okay, I hear this right here. Let me hit you with this one. Like I know for me, I use my therapist as a sounding board. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Sure. Am I crazy? You know what I'm saying? And she'll literally tell me. I remember I was telling her about a situation, right? And I was telling her about how I was feeling. And I thought it was depression. I said I think I'm depressed. She literally told me, "Bring you not depressed. You just have the weight of the situation on you. And when you lift that weight off you won't feel as heavy." And man, I tell you what, she was right.
She was right.
Absolutely right. It wasn't depression. I claimed it myself. Like I'm putting something on me that wasn't even somebody even put on. Right. Even put to right. So so shout out to her. You know,
that's like people who be like somebody who might like to keep their dishes washed. Like, I'm OCD. I'm like, you do know what OCD is, right? Like, just because you like to keep your kitchen clean, don't mean you OCD.
Right.
So we put things in ourselves. But for real, I look at everybody like my therapist. I look at every human being. Like, when I have a conversation with somebody, I'm really engaged for real. Even if you showing me some stuff I shouldn't do, or a mind state where I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna be thinking like that. Like I be feeling like people's vocabulary tell you so much about their mental health. Like, my number one thing is when I hear somebody like, oh, they switched up. But that immediately let me know that you ain't got the healthiest mental health for real, man. Like, because people with a healthy mindset, we don't look at things like, oh, you switched up on me or you hating on me. Like, we just understand, like, man, people just different for real, man. Like, so I look at everybody like my therapist, every human being on this earth, man.
That's a dope perspective to have, man.
Yeah.
And I'm about to say, so let me ask you this. So right now, I was talking to my therapist. She was talking about how she hates there's certain buzzwords people throw out there, like narcissist, gaslight. If I hear another person say gaslight one more time and just throw it as a general, you know what I'm saying, general word, bro. And go back to what you were saying before about how, you know what I'm saying, people say OCD. We see it online, we just throw it out there, you know what I'm saying?
Only time you hear me using gaslight is when we riding on E. And I'm trying to make it. Like, you sure you should stop at the see the gaslight? I'm like, man, I'm trying to stretch this $20 all the way to the limit.
And I'm gonna say, like you said, because I feel like we see those posts, we're like, oh yeah, that's the one right there. You know, we give me Instagram, someone see a post that they feel like relates to their situation that is posted or whatnot, not knowing what it is they posting, man.
I be asking people like, did you really reading this stuff or you just posting it to make yourself seem deep? Like, I could tell from your conversation, you really ain't reading this stuff for real, you know? Like, I don't know.
So let me ask you this, because I know one thing I'll say about, you know what I'm saying, the creative community, y'all are close in the community, bro. I didn't know, like, Cam, you, Steve, like, oh my goodness, she gonna kill me for not knowing her name. But I didn't know, like y'all roll deep. Like y'all close knit, man, and whatnot. And the reason why I say that because, and everyone has something great to say about each other. Like I've never seen none of y'all be like, oh no, my approach is better than this person. Y'all, it's like a love there. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
I don't think it's like close knit. I just don't feel like it's popular.
Well, right. Well, my bad,
like,
not close knit.
People just don't fuck with it. I mean, mess with it all like that for real. Like people just. I be feeling like that when I'm not in the poetry community. Man, I feel out of whack like crazy. Like in the poetry community, I'm considered like a genius. But if I'm at the Ford Bistro across the street, I just talk a lot. Like that dude talk a lot. My mom told me, it's like, man, you long-winded. I say, Mom, I'm trying to like tell you about my life. Like, of course I'm long-winded.
But I mean, like I said, like I said, when your like you said, your name vibrates, like, you know what I'm saying, genius. Captivating, you know what I'm saying? Certain keywords that come from the poetry you speak out your mouth. I think those are, and it's not you saying, it's people saying it about you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's, you know what I'm saying? And you humble with it, bro. Because of me, I'd be like, yeah, give me all that. No, I'm just playing.
Because I really don't feel like I'm nothing for real. Like I got a lot going on, man. I'm a dirty dude from Harvard. I did 10 years in prison, but I ain't never been nothing to nobody, man. I just try to be a good person on this earth, man. My younger years, man, I was ferocious, man. Like it was just me. Yeah. My mom put me on like 15, so my character trait was based on survival. But now as a man, I just make sure that everybody I come in contact with, I do good by them. I don't try to get over on you. I don't try to mislead you. I just try to do right by everybody I come in contact, even when I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I still try to do right by you, and I believe that's what creates the reputation that I have because I pride myself in giving people a genuine experience.
That's dope.
Even if I don't rock with you like that, you don't know I don't rock with you like that because it's just too much dealing with you for real. So I ain't gonna fake it with you. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna tell you your face like I ain't really feeling you, bro. And that's just real.
And you gotta respect it though. You gotta respect it, bro. Okay, so we talked about the past, talked about the present, talked about the future, bro. So what's next up in the leverage that you got going on, man?
For the most part, I've really directed majority of my energies back inside the prisons. Mm-hmm. That's where I feel the most accepted at. So like the last 2 weeks, I've been doing poetry slams inside the prisons. So I've been taking like world class poets inside of the prison, slamming against inmates, and the inmates been winning. You know, like I've seen poets who ain't never lost a slam ever take their first loss inside the prison, man. Like you'll probably never hear about it.
So what time about? So why you think that is though? Why do you think because you know what I'm saying, in prison they have more time to, you know what I'm saying, go inward in posing poetry, or what do you say? What do you say that credits to?
It's just raw in there, you know, and I feel like that's why people take to my poetry out here, because all majority of poems I wrote while I was in prison. And you really sitting in the thick of your feelings. You ain't got alcohol and drugs to numb you. Yeah. You got to really feel every feeling, every emotion. So when these dudes talking, man, they ain't playing and they taking it serious. Like this how they really feeling like this man really been missing his kids for the last 20 years. You know, like so it's just the emotion is running higher, you know. Yeah. And it's a sense of like when I was in prison, we wrote poetry because we had to. Yeah, you know, like it wasn't too many outlets as far as mental health, and we wrote poetry because that was like one of the rare things we had. We didn't want to take pills, you know, like so it's just like we did it because we had to. Whereas somebody out here might do it just because it's cool to do, or you know they just drawn to it. But us, like it was like our mental health was on the line.
So the poetry was therapy,
yeah, for sure.
That's dope, bro.
But outside of that. I'm just really just focusing on creating more avenues for poets, man, and really streaming more money into the poetry community. I want to get poets to the point this year where they're making rapper money. You know, like, and I'm really gonna make that happen. You can trust I'm gonna make it happen. And I really want to pioneer the reason why a lot of poets can strictly make a living off doing poetry. You ain't got like me. I don't work I do little hustles and business on the side, but my life is all poetry, and I want to be able to help as many poets as I can. Either get to that point or help poets really see the therapy and doing poetry for real. You know, from amateur poets to professional poets. I was just dedicating my life to poetry, and that's where I'm at.
That's dope right there, bro. And so I want to ask you, because like I remember one of the great things I remember growing up was Def Poetry Jam, right? And like I used to see them, but I'll never forget. I remember Kanye West when he first came out. He did All Fall Down, but he it was a poem first before it came a song, and that stuck with me, right? And like what you just said that I forgot about it, I really did, and I think now, you know what I'm saying, like we need that now, you know what I'm saying? Because they have some dope people, and I love just like with comedy, it's like any other creative outlet, you're able to speak from a place of wherever you are in your life or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope, bro. So I can see that happening, man, and I think that once again you'll do great with that. And shoot, there's no reason why we can't bring something like that here to Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna happen for sure. The processes is different to where I've been dealing with funders for like a year, and I'm talking about celebrities, millionaires, but everybody I come across, they want to control me. Instead of just recognizing my work and recognizing I already know what I'm doing, and I've created a reputation for myself in the poetry world. Everybody I really try to sit down with and build with, they just want to control me, and they want to take what I'm doing and commercialize it. Whereas I'm just not going to sell myself. As long as it's going to take. Like I've been in meetings all day today with funders and people who really want to finance. People been throwing big money at me. Yeah. But I just been standing firm that I ain't going to do the monkey for the hunky. You know, I've been getting money for a long time, and I trust that whether I got funders or whether I raise the money on my own, then it's going to happen. Anything I ever put because the reality of it is, like when I went to prison, I went to prison for being a stick-up kid. So my business model is stick-up kid base. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going to take nothing from you, but I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to get what I'm coming for. And I ain't going to never settle for nobody. And that's really was taking a process long because I ain't going to fold or I ain't going to bend to anything that's not morally correct. You know?
And man, you just said a whole gem in that right there. And I think that sometimes we entrepreneurs or those in business or just in any pursuits, we might compromise on certain things just to be able to make that quote unquote dollar or whatnot. But I love the fact you standing firm in what you believe in. You're not willing to compromise that, bro. So shout out to you, man.
I appreciate it. I tell people now, like, I live a really good life. Like, I'm successful right now.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I'm successful. Like, I don't need the world to tell me I'm successful. Like, I'm free. I ain't in prison. You know, I'm doing well for myself. I got a beautiful home.
Yeah, that's
I ain't been broke in a minute. So it's just like, shoot, I'm successful. Like, I don't need the world to validate that. I don't need the fame to come with it. All my needs is taken care of, and I don't ever need for nothing, you know. So that's what I tell people. I kind of like Jeezy when they try to sign Jeezy to Def Jam. Jeezy like, man, I got 10,000 in my pocket right now. Like, why would I take a 10,000? You know, like I ain't got 10,000 in my pocket right now, but that's how I feel for real, man. I really believe that I figured out why I'm here on this earth. You know, I've had so many situations to where it was over with for me. You could tell that I was done. I was about to be dead. And I keep on surviving. I keep on escaping. And then one day I just had a realization, like, man, I'm here for a real reason.
Yeah.
And I take that reason so serious, man. I surrender to God every day. And I feel like the second that I stop living in my purpose, man, God gonna cut off my water. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really convinced in that for real, man. Like, even like, I got one lung. I caught pneumonia. I'm 37. I caught pneumonia every year of my life for 37 years to where it take me to the brink of death. I'm hospitalized and I bounce back and the doctor be like, man, you healthy. Like, ain't nothing wrong with you. So I be lost. So, and it just shut down one of my lungs.
Yeah.
So just experiences like that, it made me start feeling like, man, I'm here for a real reason, man. Like, I got to take this life serious. I'm not going to pretend like, you know, I got all the time in the world, you know, and I wake up every day just willing. A lot of times I don't even have a plan. I just be willing. If it feel right, then I just go. Yeah. You know, I trust it. If my instinct's not telling me to fall back, I go forward march, and I look at everything like a full opportunity. I don't pick and choose. I feel like if I'm here, man, this is a major opportunity for me. I don't look at nothing like a big opportunity or a small opportunity. I look at everything like the biggest opportunity in the world. You know, like me sitting here on this podcast, I don't look at myself. I don't look at this no different than being on the Arsenio Hall show. You know, I feel like it's all the same. We all in this world. And I take everything serious. I look at everything like a big deal.
No, that's dope, bro. And once again, we appreciate you coming out today, man. Okay. And then this is a question that I love because I feel like when 10 years down the line, when we look back, we be like, man, Wes did the very thing he said he's going to do, whatnot, with his legacy and whatnot. So I want to ask you, what is the legacy that you want to leave as an individual? And then what do you want to leave as far as when the people think of your poetry, your business, and just the impact that you had? What's the legacy you want to leave behind for that?
My legacy as an individual, I want people to really know that I really care. Like, it ain't no games, it ain't no gimmicks. I really understand being a human being. So I really care about people for real, man. Like, my heart really go out to individuals.
You can tell, though, too, bro. You can tell.
I appreciate it. Because I understand, like, we all human, and we forget that when it comes to other people. Like, man, we all human. We all trying to figure this thing out. So I want people to know that I care as far as my legacy in business go. I want people to be able to say that Wall Street seen something to me what nobody else did. You know, because I give so many people opportunities.
I was going to hit it.
Yeah, but I want people to feel like they believed in me when nobody else did. That's why I was just telling my business partner on the way over here, man, like, she a young bull. You know what I mean? Like, she amped my company up, but it's just like all my marketing people be like, man, we could cut that budget in half and get some BLP. I'm like, I'd rather pay this young girl. She thorough. You know what I mean? Like, she don't be on social media. She be gardening and sewing. And she got a good head on her shoulder, so I'd rather invest in somebody that really got a life ahead of them for real instead of like one of my biggest things, like when I do camera work, for some reason people always get offended when I'm like, the first thing they be like, man, you should get Draco Lamar. And I'm like, man, I love dude, man. He like a designer, photographer. Yeah. But I'm like, man, I'm looking for somebody I can build a career with. And for some reason people always get offended when I say that. I'm like, man, I love dude, but I want a photographer that I built a career with him. Yeah, you know what I mean? And he started from nothing. If I bought you your camera equipment, and I done gave plenty of people chances, man. They just always blow it a lot of the times. But I want my legacy to be that Wall Street believed in me when nobody else did.
That's a great legacy, brother. That's a great legacy right there. Okay. And like everyone knows, those type of questions. These are questions that I love asking because I love the answers from them and whatnot. But I feel like the staple of any great interview is that a person should be able to take something away from each interview. I know when I watch a podcast, I literally, before the podcast, I think about, okay, I got this. What are 3 things you want somebody, because I can tell you right now, these episodes are going to be inside of high school, so someone in high school is going to watch it and say, I don't want to be like Wes, but I love what he's doing. I want to do something similar. What should they be able to get from tonight's interview?
I'm trying my hardest to be like politically correct in this moment, but I be like so hard following my spirit. I feel like the only right thing to do in this moment is for me to do some poetry.
Oh,
and
bro.
let the poetry lead them with something like
no, do your thing.
Like,
do your thing.
I would rather it be that, than me saying something that's,
No, please do.
politically correct. I'm trying to think what coming to my mind for this moment. You say it's gonna be kids. Nothing about busting guns. Nothing about selling dope. No, I was fine. I ain't got nothing like that. So the poem I share is a poem that I wrote when like you said, I thought I was in a depression, but I was just sad. But since I've been over prison, I lost everything 14 times. And that's just the life of somebody who's willing to risk it all.
Yeah.
I go all in on everything, so that's just come with the game. So I lost everything 14 times. I mean, like having penthouses, cars, clothes, to living in my car, or probably just a month ago, I'm renting cars every day just to live in them.
Yeah.
This is a month ago. So I found myself questioning God, like, man, why I keep on falling off like that? Then one day God just put in my spirit, like, man, you ain't falling off. I delivered you all those times. Like, people don't come back like that every time. Like, most people don't bounce back once.
Right.
Like, I'm delivering you every time so you can keep on moving forward. So I wrote this poem, like, right there on the spot in the midst of me just coming out of that fake depression I was in. They go like this. This morning I finally cried, reflecting on all of the times that I had to start over. But thank God, Jehovah, my heart's holder, that my heart rovers through hard times. Though part sober, no man can say that I aren't soldier in hard times. I mark boulders in hard times. Like Wallstreet Wes was hearing the name of the Lord on the floor, then on the shoulders of hard times. All the while trying not to let my body language speak or show that it's hard times. But you could thank my damn parents that I'm transparent, so this isn't a show. It's hard times. But because I stand tall at all times, oh geez, give me so many stripes, oh geez. Got my attire looking like a tiger in hard times. And I won't front like I don't tire in hard times. Air pressure low on my tires in hard times. Which makes it hard for me to come places where being complacent is all fine. And you may wonder, why am I so hard on myself? Always giving me such a hard time. Because I realized that the pressure is all mine when that depression was all mine. But thank God no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Disarm you hard times, now that weapon is all mine. But what if that weapon was all mine? Demise. Them eyes. Tells me everything that you are willing to disguise. Surprise. So now I'm to a point where I no longer care how you're depicting me, as long as you can picture me rolling through hard times. And that's facts. So now when I go to the Lord, I no longer ask for a lighter burden. I pray for a stronger back. Palm.
Come on, man. That was good right there, man. That was good, man. That was good, man.
He said 2 times.
Man, we can't close. You can't close the episode better than that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, by the way,
I
man.
appreciate you. It's therapeutic for me.
Hey, listen, man. We appreciate you, bro. So where can people reach you if they want to get in contact with you? Where can they follow you at?
On Instagram, you can find me at Wallstreet Wes, GMTD. In real life, you can find me on Leon Harvard, right across from Taco Bell. I'm out there. That's my neighborhood. You can really ride past. I'm going to really be out there if it ain't too cold.
That's what's up, bro.
For sure.
Man, once again, we appreciate you, bro. And by the way, y'all, we're having the show notes, so you're going to go search for the Instagram, be right in the show notes, so y'all can hit up West right directly or whatnot.
For sure.
This was a good episode, man. Really it was, man.
I appreciate it.
This is episode 106, and let me pay some bills real quick. So once again, guys, March 12th. Hey, you come to the network event? Come through the network event March 12th, man. We right across the street at the 4 Bistro.
I think what's that? He was telling me about that too.
Yeah,
I don't want to make no promise. If I'm in Cleveland,
I got you.
I'll show up for sure.
Yes, sir. So March 12th, y'all, we are at the 4 Bistro, right across the street from here in Cleveland Heights. We are going to have a great time, meaning that you're going to network with people. I don't care if you got a business. I don't care if you just started yesterday, or if you have been in business for 10 plus years. It's going to be a great way to network with like-minded people, find your new mentor, mentee, or just find your next business partner, or just find someone to just connect with overall. And what happens is, you guys are familiar with speed dating. We got speed networking, where you got 4 minutes, 2 minutes on your side, 2 minutes on the other person's side. If you're not feeling each other, cool, move to the next person. But if you are, it makes it for a great opportunity for you afterwards to, connect on a better level, whatnot. And this is our trademark thing, guys, because one thing we like to do here at the Pull Up Experience is that we want to be able to educate, encourage, and inspire you. And we already done inspiring. Now we want to encourage you by connecting with the right people. So come on, get the tickets. It's in the bio. Get yours today. Man, this is such a good episode, y'all. And I want to thank y'all once again for pulling up and taking the time out to watch tonight's episode. Until next time, y'all. We'll see y'all then. Peace.
Sure. You know, I went to business mixer at the 4040 Club in New York.
Yeah.
And I be trying to get everybody game on it because it really worked. Yeah. You walk into the 4040 Club, they give you a piece of paper. And on the piece of paper, it forces you to interact with people, like find somebody with a red shirt and have them sign your paper. So in the midst of them signing the paper, you create conversation.
That's dope.
And it's like a Easter egg hunt kind of, but it's like find somebody who is 47. So now you can walk around talking to people. And I'm like, man, somebody needs to start doing that in Cleveland, man, because it really worked. I met a lot of people I would have never met before.
And you know what's so crazy? Because our event, because everybody, we all introverted here, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We're not extroverted, so it forces you to talk to somebody, but at the same time, you're not really going to suffer from too much such anxiety in 4 minutes, though. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. You said you ain't going to shake the anxiety?
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's not as detrimental, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Oh, you know what? I got one in my bag. Where did I
was going to say, it's under my coat.
So I just hope that ain't a white charger, brother.
See,
the white man been trying to charge us for years.
They've been trying to take our power, okay, for so many years.
For sure. That never get old, bro. That never get old, man.
Hey, that's hilarious. Look at this brother.
Right.
White cord, white adapter, black cord.
Right. Couldn't find a black adapter, brother.
Couldn't find a black adapter.
That's my bad, y'all. Y'all right.
You trying to say black people don't know how to adapt?
What you trying to say, brother? Black people can't adapt? Oh, my God. And that's so funny, man. Like, literally, bro. Like, I had really wrote one down. Like, I got to do this skit. I'm like, man, it's like I can't do, me as a person, Kwame, can't do nothing without somebody wow, bro, I'm at a cookout. A white paper plate and white napkins, brother? I'm like, come on, man. I can't do nothing, bro, man. Wow, brother. White napkins?
Yeah, you got a dope brand.
Oh, no, it's good, man. That is hilarious,
it never get old, man.
That's hilarious, man.
You go forever with them type of jokes.
You can't, like, all the time. But he said, like, when I thought about it, I'm like, master bedroom?
That was good. That was witty, bro.
I wasn't giving you. I was like, living room? You like, no, man, where you sleep at?
I said, what's the biggest bedroom in the house? What do you call the biggest bedroom in the house?
Right.
He said, the master bedroom. I just looked at the camera. I said, see?
For sure. That was hard.
That's what you trying to say, brother? Black people.
Oh.
Black people can't adapt? That's funny. That is hilarious, man.
So real quick, I was gonna make a drop real quick of you saying, you know what I'm saying, for people to check out your episode. I'm with Sharp. Wait, how you right in the middle? Yeah, sounds good. And just because you episode 106, and let everybody know to tune in. You want to talk about your experience tonight? That'd be great too. I apologize, y'all. I am in mad pain now. That medicine they gave me is wearing off.
Oh, you was hot this whole episode?
I was. Tramadol at the hospital, and it's starting to wear off now. But let me know when you're ready, Wes, man.
What? Give me what I'm saying one more time.
Oh, just let everybody know. Check your episode, and if you want to talk about the experience tonight, you know what I'm saying. Just let everybody know to check out the episode. You had a good time, or you had a bad time. You can say that too.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna wait till you left for me to tell them I had a bad time. But since you encouraged me, I was gonna just dry hate on you beyond a dub. I'm ready.
All right.
What's going on? This Wallstreet Wes here. I'm at the Pull Up Experience, and the experience was really great. I feel really good at other Clevelanders being interested in my work in the city, man, and really setting a better precedence as far as people in Cleveland coming together, man. They definitely proved that wrong. Episode 106, poetry. I don't know if I need to start from the top. I feel like I started getting long one. Let me try again.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Wallstreet Wes here. I'm here at the pull-up experience, and it definitely was an experience. I really enjoyed myself. This is episode 106. Go ahead, check that out whenever you get a chance, man. This is a great experience. They only interview the best. So, I guess I'm the best now. So, that's neither here nor there. But check us out, y'all.
That's good, bro. Appreciate you. And we got to take a picture together real quick.
For sure.
Let me get stuff out of the way. I probably was. I had to, because the medicines wearing off. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Lady, you gonna get a picture? You gonna get a picture with us? This is the history right here. You know what I'm saying? She's shy.
She like me. She don't be on the. She just look for all her rewards from God.
That's what's up, though. That's how it should be, though. Let me grab something. I got this all big, and it actually is a shot. Matter of fact, you might want to school a little bit west. On the right, and right next to Cleveland when it's time to go. Matter of fact, you know how you come a little bit next to west, so I'm right on the side of you. Perfect. All right, y'all ready?
Oh, it's a high school yearbook.
Prom. Why do I feel old? I am. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did it go? I hear it. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
I hear it either. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I want to say, I hear it. I might have been looking up at the sky.
Like we look for the shutter stuff.
Right there, right. That's cool, right?
Nice to meet you again.
Thank you.
How's that,
I ain't hard to believe.
Shoot, appreciate you, bro.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen, so this dropping next Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let both of y'all know when it drop and whatnot, and I'll make clips up. I'll probably do that tonight. But yeah, this is
I appreciate you.
I gotta give a point. I could be a resource.
Absolutely. That'd be dope, man. Because many times I find that the swine is divine, so I creep up from. Let me get on stage, man. Let me get on stage.
One time I was at the Improv and B Titty make fun of me all the time.
Yeah.
They were like, I'm sitting front row, so I forgot who it was. It was T. Kirkland, the dude.
Okay, yeah. TK Kirkland, not TK Kirkland. I know
Yeah, it was TK Kirkland. It was him.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was like, man, what you do for a living? So he trying to crack him. I'm like, I'm a poet.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, he do a poetry for a living. He's like, man, come up here and do a little something.
Yeah.
So it's on my Facebook too.
Dope.
So I can do a poem. He's like, that's it. So what was supposed to be like a 10-second slot,
Yeah.
I did like a 15-minute poem the whole time. He
crazy.
chasing me with the
Yeah,
mic.
yeah.
So every stage I get on, BTD like, man, he about to be up here for 30 minutes.
Oh, that's cool, though. That's dope, man. That's dope.
Appreciate you,
Man,
bro.
God bless you.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I can go up this way.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Lee. Thank you.
All right,
Nice to meet
All right, you,
you.
man.
Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that medicine is wearing off.
What are they gonna do about that bone? Nothing.
They said I see orthopedic surgery.
They got. Is it like just like grow?
So when they took the X-ray, they found it. They was like,
It's just like hanging somewhere.
it's hitting the nerve. That's why I had the pain.
So it's broken.
Yeah, it's a fragment.
Just a loose fragment. Oh.
Like, how the hell I do that?
Did you schedule it already?
I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to do it. I was rushing to get here because the kid had to be somewhere at 5, so I had to come up here and grab the key.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be on you. Did you schedule it yet?
I appreciate that. So that was a good episode.